So, do you know what bacon, potatoes, and corn have in common? They're all excellent ingredients to make a chowder. Today Linda is showing us how to make a creamy corn chowder, which takes less than 10 minutes of prep time. So spend a couple minutes in Linda's home kitchen and let's cook. So first we start out with half a pound of bacon. We're just gonna chop the bacon. As you know, bacon is sometimes a little tedious to cut because of its consistency. There's a little trick how to make bacon easier to work with. Simply put the bacon in the freezer until it's semi-frozen, and once you take it out, it has a little crunchy texture to it, which makes it much easier to cut. In the meantime, heat up a large Dutch oven over medium heat. Next, Linda is shredding a cup of cheddar cheese. We won't use the cheese in the soup itself, it's just gonna serve as a topping. Next, we're gonna dice one onion. There are many ways how to dice an onion. Chef Gordon Ramsay, for example, teaches the classical way by making a couple horizontal slices, a couple vertical slices first before you dice them.
3 fingers, 1 in front, 2 behind. And this part of the knuckle is gonna guide the knife. Fingers on top of the onion, point the knife towards the root and try to get as close to the root as possible. Nice, long strokes. And then push the onion back together. Push the knife halfway into the onion, slightly tilt the knife down, one at the top, and then gripping the onion like a tennis ball, holding it together in place.
But Chef Jean-Pierre, which I enjoy watching a lot, tells us we can skip the horizontal slicing and thinks the results are the same.
And we're gonna go. Remember, when you use a knife, you always want to use a forward or backward motion. Now you say, how come he didn't do the vertical cut? I'll show you why I didn't do the vertical cut, friends. If you notice the onion right here, how it's cut, you see, already cut right here. Remember, it's already cut for you in, should we call him julienne? I call him julienne. Now, look at this now. You see that vertical cut? What do you think, what sense does that make for me to put a vertical cut here? That means this guy is cut in half, this one is cut in half, this one is cut in half, but not this one, not this one. So you say, well, let's make 2 vertical cut. Okay, so we do one here and we do one here. Now, does that mean, what happened to those guys? We don't cut them? You don't need the vertical cut. Okay, look, I'll show you. It's very simple, my friend. Very, very simple. Okay, look how beautiful it is. Okay, so, all right, you're gonna say, oh, you know what? The one at the end, because you didn't go in an angle, is a little bigger. Have you ever had a dish where you go, you know, that was very good, but I had a piece of onion was a little bigger than the other. Get out of my kitchen.
Linda prefers the classical trained version. What do you think? Is Gordon Ramsay's method overkill? How do you prefer cutting your onions? Let me know in the comments. So next we're gonna use 4 red potatoes. They have been washed before and now we cube them. The potatoes will give the chowder a lot of volume and bite. By the way, we are Linda and Stefan, a German-American couple. We have been married for 25 years, we have 3 children, and we live in the Pennsylvania countryside. Linda has been a professional pastry chef and a chef in her parents' German restaurant for decades, and I just enjoy sharing her cooking with you on YouTube. So until we use the potatoes in the soup, we're gonna store them in cold water, which prevents them from turning brown. So now it's time to cook. First we cook the bacon until it's almost crisp, and once the bacon looks like this, we remove about a 1/4 cup of the bacon, which we will use as a topping later. And Linda also removes most of the fat. So next we add the diced onions and we cook them until they're soft. And then we mince 3 cloves of garlic. Be careful not to cook the garlic too long, it burns easily. It only takes 1 minute for it to become fragrant. Next we add our cubed red potatoes. We also add fresh thyme and a bay leaf. And cook for a few minutes while stirring. Next, Linda adds 3 cups of chicken stock. and also 2 cups of light cream. And of course, it wouldn't be a corn chowder without corn. Linda added 20 ounces of yellow corn. By the way, you can use fresh, frozen, or canned, whatever you prefer. Now we bring everything to a simmer and we cook it uncovered for 30 minutes. In the meantime, we are making a cornstarch slurry by mixing 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. Adding the cornstarch to the chowder this way prevents clumping in the chowder. It's much easier this way. Now we add a little salt and pepper to taste. Remove the bay leaf. And cook it for 5 more minutes until we are ready to serve it. I gotta say, the chowder turned out really nicely. It has a thick and creamy consistency. You can clearly see the yellow corn and the red potato chunks. Can't wait to try it with a good slice of bread. By the way, if you enjoy making soups and chowders, check out our next video, Panera style creamy broccoli cheddar soup. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy that one. But first, Linda tops it off with a little bit of the shredded cheddar cheese and some of the bacon bits we put aside. And if you like, you can sprinkle it a little bit with parsley for a little extra color. And here you have it, your creamy and hearty corn chowder. Thank you for watching. Till next time, yours truly, Linda and Stefan.